from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Houston Texans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Play action. Stroud now. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 70 yards. And the Texans need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man from the University of Michigan.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Henry To'o there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Now McCarthy. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Derek Stingley getting home on the corner blitz.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Open man is Jalen Naylor. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Texans scoop it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On play action, McCarthy. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, it's Jones. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, they'll throw with McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. Now inside the 25 and all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Powers through. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a first and goal. Mixon is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's got a man, complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 74 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Stroud on 3rd down now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's McCarthy. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll go with Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
On 1st down, McCarthy going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
First and 10. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. He sets up the screen to Jones. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years at not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
McCarthy to throw on second down. He'll find Jones again. Complete. Touchdown! Aaron Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stroud to throw it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. On ill-advised throw, back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. so erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
McCarthy now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. The Vikings got a good performance in the first half from their quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He lit up the skies with 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys were rolling in the early part of this football game. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books, because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh, yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. McCarthy off the play fake. Rolling to his left. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
McCarthy to the air again on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Throwing is McCarthy. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To the air with McCarthy. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. McCarthy operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. First and 10, it's Stroud. Flush to his right. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the 1st down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Stroud. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now here's Stroud. And this one is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Again, it's Stroud. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Take Dell, 30 yards. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 83 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll go again to Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
2nd and 6 from the 10. The give is to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Stroud will look to throw once more. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Stroud now on 1st and 10. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 43 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 19 yards away. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Nico Collins with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Charles, a new NFL record, 67 yards. There has never been one converted from that distance until this very moment. Unbelievable. Congratulations to it.
And, partner, there's no way you or I woke up today thinking, hey, we might see a 67-yard field goal made, let alone attempted. Congratulations. Great job. And remember, it all starts getting that kick away because often it starts low. Usually that's when it can be tipped. Not in this case, a new NFL record.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.